In this video, we'll learn how to use track controls in Premiere Pro. These controls are very similar to the layer controls in other Adobe software like Photoshop or Illustrator, and they can make your editing workflow a lot easier. All these will be set in the timeline panel, and we'll take a look at a few. So I've got a demo project open here, just so we have something to look at. First, we'll look at locking a track. So in the left-hand column of the timeline panel, we've got these little lock icons, and those simply toggle whether or not a track is able to be edited. So I can lock down any of the audio or video tracks, or unlock just by clicking the toggle. And you'll notice if a track is locked, you get these little hash marks over the clips in that part of the sequence. Next, let's look at toggling visibility. Now, this applies only to video tracks or tracks with visual information in them. So in our case, that is this track here up at the top. And within the control column for that track, I can click the little eyeball icon, and that toggles the visibility on or off for that track. For audio tracks, we've got a couple of similar controls. We can mute any audio track using the M symbol. So if I click that, I see the M is highlighted green. Green highlight means it's muted. I can click again to unhighlight. No highlight means a track is not muted. A variation on muting is the solo control, and that's helpful when you have multiple audio tracks that you're trying to get to work together. So if I click the S icon next to an audio track's controls, that mutes every other track except for this one. So we'll play that track solo, and you can see here that's giving me just the audio from that track. So that can be nice in terms of isolating where a sound is coming from and how it might interact with other layers. So here the yellow highlight means that track is soloed and all other tracks are muted. And I can just click the S icon to disable soloing for that track. Last, we'll cover track targeting. So this is useful when we are copying and pasting clips into our timeline or duplicating clips that are already there. So targeting controls which track a pasted clip will get put in. So let's take a look here. Let's say that I want to copy this clip and paste a duplicate of it right here. So I'm clicking with the selection tool just to highlight that clip. Go up to the edit menu and click copy. And then I'll move my playhead to the end of that clip. So my idea is to paste it right here. Let's see what happens when I click paste. So I'll click edit, paste. Oops, and I can see that it landed in the track above it, and that's not actually what I want. So let's go ahead and click edit, undo to undo that. And the reason that it landed there when I pasted is that the track targeting is set to the A1 track. So when a track is highlighted blue here in the targeting column, clips that are pasted will land in that track. So let's go ahead and click on the targeting column for that A1 track to disable targeting for that track, and then click on the A2 track to enable targeting for audio 2. Now when I click paste, my track lands where I want it to land. So all we do is simply click to toggle targeting on or off for tracks. We do have the option of enabling targeting for multiple tracks. In that case, when we paste, a pasted clip will land in the lowest numbered track. So if I go ahead and try to paste again with both A2 and A1 targeted, the clip will land in the A1 track. Yep, and there it is. Let's go ahead and undo that. And I'll undo one more time to get rid of that duplicate that was actually in the right place. Okay, so those are just a few tips and tricks on using track controls in Premiere Pro.